I'm not gonna waste your time. You saw the title of this video. The Super Mario Galaxy movie was really, really fun. And yeah, that's about it, really. It was actually pretty fun. Okay, I know I say that like it was a huge surprise like the first movie was, but I think by now Illumination has earned at least a little faith when it comes to the Mario stuff, considering the first movie wasn't the huge train wreck everyone expected it to be. It was actually pretty solid and a good time all around. I even found myself watching it again a few times afterwards. It wasn't my favorite movie of all time, and I don't know anyone who feels that way about it, but at the same time, I don't think it was trying to be some grand masterpiece. It's Super Mario Brothers. What else did you expect? Honestly, if you were expecting more, then I don't know what to tell you. I just don't think these movies are really made for you, okay? And the exact same thing can be said about Super Mario Galaxy. It's the exact same thing, just a little bit better this time around. That's not to say there's no critiquing these movies. You can, but let's just say I didn't go into this movie expecting another Neja 2 or K-pop Demon Hunters. These just aren't those kinds of movies, and that's fine, so long as they know what they are and are unapologetic about it. And the Super Mario Galaxy movie embraces what it is. It's the story of Mario and Luigi, who's not a prisoner this time around, helping Peach save Princess Rosalina, who's been kidnapped by Bowser Jr. And it is as simple as that. But what makes it work is the way the film just embraces its setting. The movie really takes the word galaxy and just rolls with that shit. We're talking flying through the stars, we're talking about planet-destroying UFOs, we're talking goddamn Star Fox actually being in the movie. Now don't get mad at me for saying that, because Illumination chose to spoil that little tidbit themselves just a week before the film came out. Why would you do that? If there's anything we can get mad at, I feel like it's this, right? Imagine how cool of a reveal that would have been had they kept that a secret. But no, we gotta brag about having Star Fox in the movie, even though he's purely just fan service and meant to tell the audience that a Star Fox movie is in the future. Look, for what it is, he functions fine enough for the role he's in here. He doesn't really form any bonds with the other characters. He's just the pilot meant to foreshadow a possible franchise. It's not Scoob levels of forced, it's just whatever. I'm sure he'll be better in his own movie, and I sure hope they don't make any more barrel roll jokes, because boy howdy, they really drove that joke into the dirt here. There's also this whole thing going around where he apparently had more screen time than Princess Rosalina did in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and I don't think that's really true. Rosalina is captured in the very beginning of the movie, and most of the time she is captured, but I don't think Star Fox overshadows her at all. Rosalina is definitely the main objective of the film, and it's even revealed she has a strong connection to Peach as the movie goes on. She certainly has more relevance to the story than Star Fox does, so I think it works fine enough. Bowser is once again my favorite character, but oddly enough, not for the same reasons as from before. In the first movie, he was my favorite character because he was the funniest character. Bowser's whole identity being a self-conscious incel, while also being a legit intimidating kaiju, was just pure genius. Perfectly sums him up from the games. But this movie actually sets him up for a pretty interesting character dynamic with his son, Bowser Jr. There's a legitimate inner struggle he goes through as he starts to believe he can be a better person and not be a villain anymore. And believe it or not, I genuinely could not predict what they were going to do with him. Were they going to have Bowser redeem himself and try to steer his son on the right course? Or would he remain a villain so his son could be proud of him? Obviously, they do stick to keeping him a villain, but I think that just makes their relationship all the more sweet, interestingly enough. It's just a great dynamic that the two of them have. Like, it really caught me off guard. There was this one scene where Bowser Jr. is trying to kill Peach and Mario and ends up failing, and you think Bowser would just rip into him and call him a failure like a villain would do, but no. He comforts him and says that it's okay, he'll take care of it. That was oddly a refreshing direction for the character to take. He's a villain, but he actually loves his son and vice versa. It also led to such a kick-ass finale with easily the best fight scene in both of these movies we've gotten so far. The way they worked together to fight both Mario and Luigi was just, it's so peak. I loved it. Everyone else is exactly as you remember them. Now, this is where the criticisms start to come in, as the characters don't really progress in any real meaningful way other than Bowser, and I guess Peach too? Question mark. Although I do think that is more of an Illumination issue, as they've always written their characters like this following the first Despicable Me movie. They have very basic arcs that are executed in the most standard way possible, and it's no different here. They set up Toad having beef with Yoshi, only only to never have that really be resolved. He just gets over his beef, because of course he does. Mario has a crush on Princess Peach. Will he finally man up and ask her out by the end of the movie? No, but she kisses him on the cheek, so that's good enough for his arc, I guess. Luigi is there. Yoshi is there. Yeah, he's not even a character, really. He's just the brother's pet now. He gets some good laughs here and there, but honestly, he was mostly overhyped. Also, Charles Martinet isn't in the movie. Like, what? I get he's retired from the voice of Mario and all that, and that's fine, but he doesn't even show up for a cameo like he did in the previous movie. Like, at least have Mario's dad show up for another scene, or maybe that Jumpman guy, or maybe have him voice a new character. There's this opening montage of Yoshi fucking around in the human world where Mario and Luigi came from. That would have been a perfect place for a Charles cameo. But no, he's not in the movie, which just feels wrong. It makes the movie feel a touch more naked. I don't know how else to explain it. But even with all that said, I still had a great time. I knew what I was gonna get going into this, and honestly, I got exactly what I expected. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. It's just like the games. When I started hearing people going on about all the references and cameos and stuff, a part of me was a bit worried that this was going to be another Scoob situation, where it was less a movie about the titular character in the title, and more of just a lazy setup for a cinematic universe, which we are definitely getting, let's not kid ourselves here. But for me, while yes, there was countless cameos and references to a bunch of Nintendo properties in this movie, I honestly never minded them. Star Fox was really the only one that felt purposefully shoved into our faces for fan service, but I don't know, I liked the Rob cameo. I thought it was really funny. And hello? Fucking Pikmin? Bro, these people did their homework. When the movie started playing the Mario Odyssey song, I actually started singing it to myself in the theater. And I think that sums up my feelings on this movie perfectly. I just had fun. It may not be the most deep or character-driven story, it may not be changing the wheel or anything, but considering the fact that this is Illumination we're talking about, this movie, and rather this franchise, could have been a lot worse. I guess the people at Illumination just really love Nintendo because this is where they lock in when it comes to making movies genuinely fun and entertaining, as opposed to just mush to keep kids quiet for an hour and a half. I enjoy myself so much that I'm actually kinda hyped to see what they do next. I'm actually down to see that Star Fox movie, as from what little we did see of him, he seems like he'd be a fun character to follow. But no more barrel roll jokes, please. Overall, I really enjoyed myself. Hell, I actually think this movie was better than the first one. It may not be doing anything all too different from the first movie, but at the same time, it does know what it does well and just did it even better this time. Again, those fight scenes are just so freaking good, man. If you didn't like the first movie, then I do doubt this movie will change your mind. But if you did like it like I did, you'll definitely have a blast here. Take a leap into your theater and see what the galaxy has in store for you.
I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same.